I'm gonna go with my boy Shakur. I just think you just keep the distance, keep it clean, fight when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic. He knows how to box, and I think when he's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro. I think he's more of a seasoned fighter.
Boxing experts can't agree on this one. Half of them think Teofimo Lopez brings exactly the kind of problems Shakur Stevenson has never really figured out. The other half believe Stevenson's style is perfectly designed to make Lopez look completely lost.
Tim Bradley said that he feels like Shakur Stevenson can hurt you. Not necessarily with power, but by frustrating you, controlling the distance, nullifying your offense, just making you look bad. He said that he feels like Shakur has superior boxing IQ compared to you.
That's cool. That's his opinion. That's cool. Everybody has an opinion like an apple. You know? So,
I swear I wish I could be like you. I swear I wish I could be like you too.
What's that?
Just be like, they say whatever, it's fine. I'd be like, say what?
He also said don't run from Shakur.
yeah. I mean, hey, I put on boxing shoes, not track shoes. So yeah, just I'm excited for it all, man.
All this back and forth has turned what should be a regular title fight into one of the biggest talking points as we head toward early 2026. Their showdown at Madison Square Garden isn't just another championship defense anymore. It's become something much bigger. Lopez sits right in the middle of all this noise, and honestly, that's where he's always lived. This guy has made a career out of being unpredictable. One night he's absolutely unstoppable. The next he's leaving everyone wondering what happened. He's got all the physical tools you could want, the kind that make you stop what you're doing when he's fighting. But outside the ropes, he keeps people talking whether that's the plan or not. Here's what's interesting about Lopez though. Every time people start counting him out, that's when he shows up. When the whispers get loud enough, his performances get louder. That cycle is happening again right now as he gets ready to defend his WBO super lightweight belt against Stevenson on January 3rd. Even though Lopez is holding the title, he's walking in as the guy with everything to prove. Stevenson comes in as the favorite according to the betting lines. Most people see him as the smarter, more reliable pick because of how good he is defensively and the way he picks his shots.
Is Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson. Damn it. First of all, Teofimo Lopez, you an attention whore. You always trying to get yourself and infuse yourself in something like you somebody. Bro, you ain't got in the ring and fought nobody, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay, you fought Barboza. Congratulations, you fought and beat Barboza. Yeah, but you had so much smoke, you ducked. Yeah, what happened to the Haney fight? Yeah, the Haney fight would have been probably better suited for you if you fought Haney, but now you finna fight another GOAT of another generation of this generation. That's gonna be a problem, my big dog. I'm letting you know, and your fans know too. That's gonna be a problem because Teofimo Lopez, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You're not. No. I know your habits. He knows your habits. He sees already how to beat you. He knows already how to beat you.
Stevenson has built his whole reputation around one thing, staying in complete control. A lot of people think he might be the best pure defensive boxer we have right now. He makes guys miss by the smallest margins and then punishes them, just enough to steal rounds without taking unnecessary chances. That approach has given fits to aggressive fighters and slick movers equally. For Lopez, this creates real problems because we've seen him struggle before against guys who won't plant their feet and trade with him. We can look back at his previous fights for hints about what might happen. Jameen Ortiz gave him trouble by moving constantly and getting out before Lopez could settle in, making him start over repeatedly. Sandor Martin used similar tactics, staying patient and working angles to take the sting out of Lopez's attack. Neither of those fighters had anywhere near Stevenson's complete skill package, which is exactly why so many people think this challenge could be his toughest yet.
You know, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Who do you think wins that fight?
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a fight. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I think Shakur, I don't know. He just gonna win. I just know Shakur gonna win. He gonna, because I feel like Jermaine Ortiz gave Teo some problems, right, with their angles and stuff like that. And Shakur defense is a not next level from from compared to Jermaine Ortiz. So I feel like
Most experts believe Stevenson can stay right outside the danger zone, pile up points on the scorecards, and cruise to a decision that completely changes the power structure at 140 pounds. The gambling lines back up that thinking, making Stevenson a solid favorite. When you break it down on paper, it all adds up. But Lopez's entire career has been about proving paper predictions wrong. Back in 2020, when Lopez got his shot at Vasily Lomachenko, almost everyone expected him to get schooled. Lomachenko looked too fast, too seasoned, too polished. Lopez had other plans, though. He came out pushing a crazy pace from the opening bell, and then when it mattered most, he went absolutely wild in the final round, throwing close to 100 punches to lock up a decision that completely changed his trajectory. That performance proved he's at his most dangerous when everyone expects him to fail.
Let's bet 10K on it. Great. Will, who do you think's gonna win?
Who is this?
Teo and Shakur. They're fighting next month at Barclays. I'm be there. You'll be there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I get to see your live reaction when I take your money.
Little bro walking away with that. You gonna see.
Nah, Shakur is not to be, but Teo's good.
Teo's good for what he do, but he's been washed.
Nah.
The same thing happened 3 years later when he faced Josh Taylor. Lopez walked in as the underdog again, this time against a champion who was known for being physical and relentless. Fighting at Madison Square Garden's smaller venue, Lopez met Taylor's pressure head-on and used his speed and explosive power to control the fight and win clearly. The whole lead-up was messy and full of drama, but instead of distracting him, all that chaos seemed to make him more focused. Even with those career-defining wins, Lopez still hasn't locked down his spot among boxing's absolute elite. He's never cracked the pound-for-pound rankings, mainly because his performances are all over the place from fight to fight. When everything clicks, he looks unbeatable. When it doesn't, he seems like he'd rather be somewhere else. His last time out gave people reason to feel good about where he's at. Against Arnold Barbosa Jr., Lopez controlled every minute and won a clear decision in Times Square, staying calm and collected throughout. That result quieted some of the doubters, especially since Barbosa was being talked up as someone who could pull off an upset. But people still remember the less impressive nights, like his boring 12-round decision over Steve Claggett, a fight where most thought Lopez should have taken over.
It's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Teo. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Teo. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
His specialty is his counterpunching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense is probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete.
You asked about Teo. I actually think this fight is about Teofimo more than it is about Shakur Stevenson. And the reason I say that is to what Doug said. When Teofimo Lopez rises to the occasion, he looks like a guy that can't be beat sometimes. And I say it's really about Teo here because Shakur, like you said, he's the favorite, 3.5 to 1 favorite right now. He's the one moving up in weight. And if you look at it stylistically, Shakur, right, he's the better boxer. We've seen Teo have problems with, fast and fleet boxers like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. But then you think about sometimes when Teo rises to the occasion, but everyone was picking Josh Taylor that you spoke to in boxing. Yeah. And we saw what Teo did to Josh Taylor. We saw what Teo did to Lomachenko. And one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
Hearing what boxing legends and insiders think only makes this whole thing more fascinating. Roy Jones Jr. thinks Lopez has to take chances if he wants to win. The way Jones sees it, trying to box from the outside would be suicide because Stevenson's accuracy and timing would pick him apart slowly. Jones thinks Lopez's only shot is being willing to take some shots to land his own big ones.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur going to pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best speed in the game right now. And he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's going to be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a very good fight.
Plenty of others agree with that thinking, saying Lopez's willingness to get aggressive will determine whether this fight catches fire or puts people to sleep. Abel Sanchez, who's known for training fighters who never stop coming forward, puts the pressure on Lopez to make things happen. If both guys decide to wait around, the whole thing could get boring fast. Sanchez does think it'll be competitive, though, expecting both men to have their moments and maybe leaving the judges with a really tough call.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counterpunch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be leading the fight, or else it's going to be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's going to wait for him, then it's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that honestly, I see a draw. I don't know.
He's definitely a draw, but I can already see this being an incredible fight.
And giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
Not everyone thinks it'll be that close, though. Amir Khan is backing Lopez, and he's got good reason since he's felt Lopez's power and seen his versatility up close. Khan thinks Lopez can flip a switch and raise his intensity when he needs to, and he doesn't think Stevenson has proven himself against someone who combines Lopez's speed with his strength. The fact that Stevenson is moving up in weight just adds more question marks about whether his skills will work the same way against naturally bigger fighters.
Stevenson, Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've had him on the pod. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez. He's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on.
That's the thing, though. Others see it completely differently. Zab Judah thinks Stevenson will overwhelm Lopez with pure skill and work rate, arguing that Lopez has never dealt with someone this defensively gifted before. Judah still expects fireworks and doesn't think either guy will back down, but he sees Stevenson taking control as the rounds pile up.
You got Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. What a fight, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Shakur and Teofimo?
Yeah, what do you like about it?
It's two dog fighters. You got two dog fighters that's coming in there to solidify themselves as the game changer. Teo's not gonna lay down. Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's gonna be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter. And yes, we're gonna see a hell of a great chess match that night.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, I think in your earlier predictions, you felt like Shakur will be stopping Teo? Am I right?
Annihilation, decapitation. Is that what you're talking about? You going back to my comments? Yeah. I feel like Teo's a very dominant force, but I just think that the skills of Shakur Stevens is gonna overwhelm Teo.
Clarissa Shields is also picking Stevenson, focusing on how smart he is and how well he adjusts during fights. She sees him as someone who's always thinking 3 moves ahead, ready to make changes and take advantage of any mistakes. While she respects Lopez's athletic ability and big fight experience, Shields thinks people are sleeping on how much power and timing Stevenson brings to the table.
My thoughts is that's going to be a very competitive fight. I think that Teo is very athletic. He's very experienced, but Shakur is the man. Shakur is hard to beat. He's skilled. Shakur is skilled. Shakur, man, the dude got power. He can fight any style. He's a thinker. He's 5 steps ahead of you. Whatever you think you're going to do, Shakur 5 steps ahead of you. So I look forward to seeing this fight. I think it's going to be good, but I feel like Shakur is going to come out on top. He's going to win. And hopefully Teo don't have his hands down and he get caught slipping because Shakur has been showing some power.
Is this like a Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns type of fight? This era's Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns?
We got two slick fighters. No.
It's not that way.
No, it's like a, I don't know.
Benitez in the right
You want to say like a Pernell Whitaker versus a Sugar Ray Leonard type of deal. Like that's how I look at like. Yeah, both athletic, both sharp, both really good on their defense, both just very explosive. Like it's one of them fights. Like you talking about Marvin Hagler, he used to come and get you. Like Shakur can do that. Now you don't know what he's gonna do for this fight. You don't know, but I know he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to win.
Even active fighters can't agree on this one. Ryan Garcia likes Stevenson's chances, saying Lopez does his best work against opponents who come to him and give him counter-punching opportunities, against someone who's going to make him do the chasing. Lopez might struggle to keep up the pressure he needs. Garcia wonders if Lopez can maintain that kind of aggressive pace for a full 12 rounds against a mover like Stevenson.
I got Shakur Stevenson beat him.
You got Shakur? You don't think Teal's gonna win?
Nah, bro. Nah.
Damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got Teo too, bro.
You guys got Teo? How much you guys want to bet, bro?
I got Teo.
How much you guys want to bet anytime?
Bet, bro. I don't got money compared to you.
Nah, I'll bet. Hey, I'll bet in your tax bracket, bro.
100. Let's do 100.
I'll bet 100, bro. Let's
bet 100.
Yeah, let's do 100.
I'll bet 500 on Teo. And what form or style you think Shakur will beat Teo?
Boxing him like he always does, bro.
You think it's going to decision?
Teo down? Nah. They're gonna be playing chess for a little bit, and then Shakur's gonna break away by like the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then it's gonna get ugly by like the 9th, 10th. I think Shakur gonna start picking them apart nasty.
I don't see that happening. I see Shakur on his pedal bike all night.
Nah, bro. What? Teofimo don't even put pressure like that. How can he be on a pedal bike if he don't put no pressure, real pressure like that?
But Teo could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They both got tough-ass defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not going to worry about volume, coming forward, hard-hitting guys. He's going to be watching for 1, 2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run, you know? It's just, that's just what it is. Unless he changes up his whole game plan and his whole fighting style.
But Oshaki Foster, who's actually been in the ring sparring with Stevenson, sees potential problems for the challenger. Foster thinks Stevenson performs at his peak when he feels like he's the better athlete in there. The issue is that Lopez might match or even exceed what Stevenson brings physically.
You said, my opinion on him and Teo?
Yeah, do you think he beats him? Because essentially, if he beats him, I assume he would probably stay at 140 then.
Nah, styles make fights. I don't know. I don't really see. I think that's a bad style matchup for Shakur.
Really? You're like the 10th person that's told me this. I kid you not. Like, it's this, because I know the obvious people will be like, Shakur's undefeated. He's a defensive fighter. Teo's kind of struggled with the boxer, but I've just talked to someone again today. Like, everyone favors kind of like Teo for some reason, just from what I've talked to. So why is that? Because you sparred Shakur, and I guess you would know better. So, I mean,
Shakur, he likes to be the most athletic guy in the ring. When he's not, he has problems. Shakur he's a right-hander fighting out of southpaw stance. So when you meet guys like that's athleticism that fight with their strong hand in the back, you're gonna have to rely on more than just your jab and the rangefinder. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me, do he got a solid left hand?
I mean, I haven't been punched.
You seen him throw it. You seen him throw it, but you've never seen him hurt or knock nobody out with it. So I just think when you meet certain guys, that's why I say the style.
All these different viewpoints are coming together as we get closer to fight night. The rest of the card is loaded with title fights and big names, making it a really strong event top to bottom. But everyone's still focused on the main event, where we're finally going to get some answers. Is Lopez really at his absolute best when his back is against the wall, ready to mess up another elite fighter's plans, Or will Stevenson's patient, methodical style shut down that unpredictability and announce his arrival as the man to beat in a new weight class? As the boxing world moves into 2026, this fight feels like it's going to tell us a lot about what's coming next. It should show us who's ready to lead the next generation and who needs to go back to the drawing board after the final bell rings.